This video is made for adult collectors because, wow, it is 2024 already. God damn. So this year has been so hard when it comes to picking my top favorite toys, and I've had to wait so long to do this because December decided to release like a crap ton of bangers in it. Code Red, MPM Bone Crusher, the Reactivate toys, Deathsaurus. So difficult, man. So I put a cutoff date of whenever Deathsaurus arrived, that anything after that does not count. This video will be up on New Year's Day, so Happy New Year. You know, it's 2024. So to kick off 2024, let's look at what my favorite toys of 2023 were. Now, this isn't a list of toys that specifically came out this year, rather ones I got. So there may be the odd older toy on this list because it's my list and that's how I want to do it. So some of the honorable mentions, let's just do 3 because I don't want to take up too much time because there's plenty of good like figures that just didn't quite make the list, but I don't want to like spend the entire video on them. So I'm picking 3. Leader Scourge, Movie Advanced Wheeljack, and Black G1 Omega. Scourge is just cool looking, but he has the build quality issues that some people experienced and the inaccuracy issues. Movie Advanced Wheeljack is not a great toy, but he's rare, and my buddy JJ just gave it to me for free, so it's a special figure to me. Again, thank you, JJ. And Black Omega is the British one, and I've never seen one of these before, and I got it for like 40 pounds, so, you know, deal of the century for me. I'm keeping that. But let's get into the actual list and see what my 20 best toys of the year were. I went 20 because I couldn't just do 10. And this list is subjective. It's everything I like personally, but please let me know what your top 5, 10, or even 20 were this year in the comments. I always love reading those. Excuse me. Number 20, Ultimate Class Predaking from Transformers Go. Yeah, I'm surprised this, of all the different things I got from Bai, is on the list. It's just intimidating. It looks so cool. I feel like it would look great next to that new Chinese New Year dragon that's coming out this year. I'm recording this in 2023, so if I say next year, oops. But it is very, very cool, and I really like looking at it. Number 19, Core Class Energon Megatron. I did not think we were going to be getting any Energon toys anytime soon. I knew Legacy had Cybertron and Armada, but within the fandom, Energon seems to be the least popular of the 3, but at least we got an Energon toy, and it's very, very good. Like, the only problem I have is the one knee falls off on mine. Like, everything else about it is superb for a tiny little core. Love it. Number 18. Modfans Roller surprised the hell out of me for just being $35, and yet he's like a deluxe with diecast in it. But the diecast isn't in stupid spots, it's in like spots where it's necessary for stability purposes, which I like. It's just a cool thing, and there's like 3 different colors to choose from. It's just a nice toy, and it's cheap. Number 17. Studio Series Primal is just a solid toy. He poses so well, he looks great. He's still slightly based on concept art, and he has the maskless face, but and the chain's weird, but like, the fact that he comes with the chain, even though that wasn't in the film, he's got his 2 blades, he got the transwarp key, it's just a nice toy. It feels great. Number 16. Iron Warriors Optimus is just, look at that. That is fantastic. I know the trend right now, for some reason, just seems to be let's all hate on Transformers Prime. It's not that bad. It's my favorite show, and I'm a bit biased, but like, it's not that bad. But the Prime design in that show is my favorite Optimus Prime design ever. And so like, having this extremely accurate and very, very posable thing is amazing. I haven't made a video on it yet, and the reason is because TF Safari sent this to me, and as they sent it to me, like in transit, it sold out on their website. And so they kindly asked me to wait until it's back in stock before I make the video, because that's the whole point, is to promote the toy that they're selling on their website. So I'm waiting. But as soon as it comes back in stock on their site, you'll see a video of this thing, and you'll see how awesome it is, because it is superb. There's just a couple of tiny little things like plastic quality in certain areas and that keep it from being any higher. Number 15. Burger King Footlet. YOLO Park Bumblebee is so nice. I decided to not include every YOLO Park AMK kit I got. I just wanted to include one. And so, of all the ones that I got, or that they gave me, I should say, Bumblebee is the one I've enjoyed the most. He is just fantastic. He looks great, he feels great, he poses great, putting them together wasn't that much of a pain other than the wheels on the back. It's just a fun thing, and I highly recommend buying it. It's $30 US. That is very good for what you're getting. Number 14. Mainline Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime surprised the hell out of me, combining like evasion mode Optimus Prime engineering, Earthrise-ish engineering, Cyberverse Deluxe engineering together and like hybridizing it, but in a good way, and making an extremely posable Optimus. And it was cheaper than it was $7 cheaper than a regular Voyager. That is just awesome to me. He could have used a bit more paint, and mine's decked out in toy hacks to sort of, mitigate that. But even without the toy hacks, this thing is quite nice. Number 13. Studio Series Rise of the Beast Bumblebee is probably the best Studio Series Bumblebee we've gotten other than Off-Road. And like, he's just solid. The plastic feels nice. Most of the clear plastic is inserts. They learned they did not make the door hinges out of clear. Thank you. And he's just a fun little toy. And people complained about the lack of face paint. So they made a running change and released a version with better face paint. I have it right now. It's just a Christmas present for my cousin, so I'm not opening it because it's not mine. But it is very, very cool, and this is just a solid Bumblebee, and it's a great like toy to start with if you want to get into Transformers as well. My cousin is into Transformers, but I usually get him like the Warrior class stuff because he was 8, now he's 9. I think I can bump him up to a Studio Series Bumblebee. Number 12. Yeah, a RoboSen toy made the list. Well, technically interactive toy. It's a robot. Last year, RoboSen made my worst list because Optimus Prime just But Grimlock. This thing is so much fun to just watch because with Optimus, you could just kind of tell where all the bits were going to go. Grimlock, he's got extra foldy bits, extra springy bits, details that get revealed in the robot mode. It's such a fun thing to look at and to visualize. He's big, he's displayable in at least one of his modes, and he fits with like an MP collection kind of. Well, an MP collection if you're using MPL1 as your Optimus. But he looks like Masterpiece Grimlock. He feels like Masterpiece Grimlock. He just is a good thing. He's very cool. Only reason he's not higher is because he's like $1,500 US. God, that's so expensive. Number 11. Mastermind Creations Female Megatron. This thing is just... I don't have very many Mastermind Creations toys. I mean, I have 2. But both of them are fantastic. And this thing is just... It's so fun to pose, transform, look at. And it does have double jointed elbows. A lot of you did point that out. Mine were extremely stiff, so I just didn't know that they were there. My bad. I'm sorry. Even Mastermind Creations reached out on the comments and was like, hey, the elbows do bend more than 90. I was like, oh, they do. Goddamn. Okay, thanks. So they bend more than 90. But it is a very, very cool toy. It's an exclusive, but it's not super expensive to get at the moment. So if you want one, I'd still say get it. Number 10. All right, we're in the top 10 now. Commander Class Ultra Magnus. This is just cool. The fact that they got the splitting limbs gimmick and he's solid, he's chunky, the transformation is fun. It doesn't do the white Prime thing, but like he never did that in the animation, and these are supposed to be animation accurate toys, so like I don't care. It's just nice. The only reason it's not any higher is because some people have experienced loose shoulders out of the box because of how the shoulders have to be assembled due to the split apart gimmick. So yeah, if like they're not that hard to fix, but if he didn't have that problem, he'd be higher. Number 9, HasLab Deathsaurus. Yeah, he's not close to number 1. He's very good. I mean, if you saw my video on it, you'll know I really like it. But there's just a couple things I like more. This is just a very nice HasLab, though. They definitely learned from Victory Saber what to do correctly, and they nailed this guy. He's almost perfect. Like, it is a very good HasLab toy. Shame you can't really pick it up anymore for less than $250, but, like, if you can get it for less than $250, I highly recommend it. Number 8. Probably the best G1 style Starscream we've ever gotten. Reactivate Starscream blew everybody away, really, when it came out. And it's just a fun thing to mess with and to transform. It borrows from the RID-15 Warrior in like engineering tropes, but it does it better slightly. It's just cool. It's a very cool Starscream. I like it. I think it is probably the best Voyager style Starscream that isn't a movie Starscream that we've gotten in a very long time. It's very cool. Number 7. Of all the 3P MPM style Transformers I got this year, Metagate Shatter is just the top of that list. That is sublime looking. And once you, like, the first few times trying to transform it is a pain in the ass. But once you figure it out, God, is it very nice to do. And it's just, it's long, it's tedious, and you have to make sure you do it in the correct order of operations. But it is still an extremely nice looking thing in all 3 modes. They nailed it, and they didn't take the Toy World route of doing whatever Toy World was doing. Number 6. However, the best MPM style toy that I got this year was MPM Bone Crusher, hands down. They definitely, just like Deathsaurus, they definitely learned how to do an MPM properly with this guy after so many different attempts of trying to get it right. Because the first few didn't really do very well. Like they were like they did well sales wise, I assume, because they keep making them. But the toys weren't the best until like maybe Starscream. Jazz was cool, but like Starscream, I think, was the time. Starscream, Blackout, Bone Crusher. They're just getting better, better, and better. And I hope with Brawl they get even better, because Bone Crusher's awesome. The only problem he has is some people have had broken hip ratchets. So but I mean, mine are fine. It's just a cool toy. Number 5. All right, we're at the top 5 now. And what is it? It's Armada Optimus Prime. Of course he was going to make top 5 at least. This thing is fantastic. The fact that we got a new Armada Optimus Prime and the original designer of the original Armada Optimus, Aaron Archer, loves this thing. That means you did a very good job. That means you did an outstanding job on this. And yeah, Armada Optimus is like the best commander in my opinion that we've gotten. However, I've never experienced Jetfire yet. Still don't have one. I want the Shatterglass one, which is why I haven't bought one yet. But of all the other ones that we've had, I think this is the best commander. Number 4, Studio Series 102 Optimus is probably the best movie Optimus we've gotten in a Voyager scale. Like, yeah, the back end of the truck looks a bit but the articulation and the transformation are so fun to mess with. The stuff you get is great, and then if you get Primal, you get his axe too, which is even cooler. He's just fun. And I know, he was an exclusive. He's getting a regular release. The designers have said that countless times now, and people still don't listen, which is really funny. But he's getting a regular release, so you'll be able to grab one of these and experience it for yourself, and it's sublime. Number 3. Yeah, Bludgeon. Oh, we got a new Bludgeon. That is awesome. And like, after having this and Tarn, I feel like this mold fits Bludgeon more. Tarn I usually see as this bulky, brutish guy, but Bludgeon is sort of an acrobatic samurai type dude. And I feel like the slimmer proportions fit Bludgeon a bit more here. Mine's covered in toy hacks, but like, it is such a cool looking figure without the stickers, and with the stickers, it looks even better. So like this thing, it poses so freaking well. It is such a good toy. If you can find one, definitely get it. Number 2. Reactivate hit us with probably the best G1 style Voyager Optimus Prime. This thing is just solid and chunky and just great. My only 2 issues, well, 2.5. My only 2.5 issues with it are the chest not tabbing improperly, the gun peg being too short, and the joints being a little too stiff out of the box. I gotta work it in, but like, it was very stiff. This thing though, it's just good. Like, it is just straight up good. But what the hell's number 1? If this is like the best Voyager Optimus we've gotten in G1 style, what beats that? It's Optimus. Number 1. Well, another Optimus. Gamer Edition Prime is the one toy I have been picking up and messing with consistently throughout the year. Yeah, he's got a couple of hollow bits, but like, what toy doesn't at the end of the day? This thing is fantastic. It's so satisfying to transform. It's such a nice thing to look at. He's so well balanced. He's on a turntable on 1 foot. You know how hard that is? It is very, very good. And this was also like the first time I started doing proper transition intros, so it's a bit ow. Just punched my monitor. It's a bit special to me, so I like this thing quite a bit. This is definitely taking my number 1 spot. It is so far the best Gamer Edition toy, because Gamer Edition has been kind of hit or miss in its infancy, but this is fantastic. This thing is just, it got a package refresh with Ratchet, so I highly recommend going to try and find one because it is very good. But that is my top 20. Let me know what yours is in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it. But that wasn't like, we got a good toys this year, but this year was also a pretty good year for like this channel specifically. I've really enjoyed it. It's been awesome. We got to the point where I hung out with Dr. Lockdown, Diamond Bolt, and Paper Plane, and I got to meet Thew. When did I ever think I was going to do that? 6-0, TRDQ, aka Gavin Spence. Like, that's awesome. I've spoken to so many people I've been watching for years now, like Bolt Matrix, Vangelis, Shartimus Prime. It was so cool. I spoke to Emgo once. It was like, it was a cool year. I got to talk to freaking Sam, the designer at Hasbro. It's just been awesome, and I hope 2024 is like that times 10. Again, we'll go with 10. We'll see. But thank you everybody for watching. That's my top 10, top 20. That's it, 20. Let me know what yours is. I'd love to hear it. And I will see you guys on Wednesday with another video. Probably Gamer Edition Starscream or Scourge. Haven't decided yet, but we'll see. Thank you. Bye-bye.